The Mission to Market program took me from idea to money in 11 weeks. It's going to be big. You heard it here first. I guess one of the things that I'm most excited about when being able to work with students and just having other eyes to look at the data is, as an entrepreneur, 80% of what I do is my gut. I sort of see something and I see an opportunity there and I know there's something there, and it's a lot of trial and error. So having other people to sort of take a look at that data and take a much more methodical approach, and to marry that methodical approach with my still let's go. So there's a sense of urgency there, but it's a much more intentional sense of urgency. Is really exciting to me. I've done a lot of businesses and I've been a very, very fast paced, but having a fast paced, data driven approach is something I'm really looking forward to. Well, this week, just sort of going through the different archetypes, I call them, or avatars of target customers. So itemizing out or listing all of the benefits. So the sort of graph that we had to sort of map what the product does. So as we build, shipping container homes or 3D printed homes, the things they address and who those things are the most important to, what pain they address on those people, was really good exercise for me. So we were able to really identify some of those. I'm sure we'll be able to identify much more of them as I talk with some of the students and members of the team. So I'm really excited about that. That's, as we sort of move forward, the progression and sort of seeing all the puzzle pieces come together is really cool.
Awesome. And then what you're looking forward to this coming week?
Well, the coming week is more of the same, honestly. I really think as we sort of drill down and do more very cool stuff happens. So I'm very excited about fresh eyes on what I'm doing. I tend to be a little myopic when it comes to this is the idea. I want to do this, and we're just going to do this. But when you have other people that say, hey, well, maybe you can do this and this, or there are other opportunities there that sort of are very in sync with what you're doing already, and you can make some money at it, which is always a good thing. That's very exciting. So as we go down this path, that's what I'm looking forward to. More revenue generating activities. But this week is sort of a pretty cool extension of last week, and just really focusing on identifying specific customer segments. It's one thing to sort of have, I want customers, and I know I'm going to sell it to all these people, and it's going to be all these things to all these people, but being able to identify what it is to whom then allows you to more effectively build out a business strategy around that, and a value proposition for each one of those specific customer segments, and the MVP. So what's the minimum viable product for this customer might be different than the minimum viable product for another customer. And talking through that, having those conversations, and then more importantly, having it on paper as a document that can be referenced is very powerful. So it was really cool progress this week. It's going to be big. And now we have more evidence of that. This week was really cool because had some customer interviews or potential partner interviews, and found that there are way more creative ways to make money than I thought, which is really exciting because I thought of a lot of ways. So just the going through the process again, with new eyes, but more right now, more understanding of more processes. So more processes, more unique processes, more opportunities, way more money. The question, so the structuring the deal is something, as someone who works in real estate, a lot of times, even with some of the private equity stuff I've done, I come to it with a limited range of creativity because I sort of have these preconceived, hey, we can do it this way, we can do it this way, or we can do some creative stuff over here. When what we talked about this week with the people we've talked to and the conversations we've had, that creative leeway isn't limited to one piece of this, especially when you're coming with something that's so new. The creativity is everywhere. You just have to present it in the right manner and make sure you're addressing a specific pain point. So when you're addressing something that is a pain to someone, they don't care how creatively you fix it. They just want it fixed. And if there's an opportunity to fix their pain and make some money at the same time, they're all for it. They're happy to pay to alleviate that pain. And knowing that those opportunities are a lot more abundant in the process is really exciting, because that's something that I hadn't really given a lot of thought to, because I sort of had a preconceived idea of this is the way we're going to go, when this isn't the only way we have to go. We can go all different directions. I guess the big thing this week was kind of following the theme of fresh eyes on stuff. The code enforcement interview this week was really cool, knowing that there's outside of what we're working on and just from the people we've talked to, that there's enough interest on a national, possibly international level in shipping containers that they're going to create a baseline. So that helps us to move forward with a little more certainty as far as the regulatory environment, and that is something that we would not have known without our customer interviews. So very, very good piece of information there. It's probably going to save us a lot of money, and if it saves us money, that means it makes us money. Making money is good. So much more closer to money, which is the whole reason we're here. Some very interesting insights. Big focus right now is just formalizing relationships, and I'm learning that those things happen sort of in layers. You have these relationships that help you with these relationships that help you with the money. So understanding what those relationships look like and what the roadmap that those relationships, or where on the roadmap those relationships land, is really, really cool. Very, very good stuff. It was a good day. As we sort of go down the execution portion of this, it's exciting to see it all come together, from sort of theory to theory on paper. So we talked about it, then we sort of see it applied to the business, and then to see that sort of take shape into deals and money. That sort of transition to understand each piece and to learn more about each piece is really cool. So I had a very clear preconceived notion of what I thought my business was and where I could make money. I've learned that my business is much more than that, and there are a lot more opportunities to make money there. And that also leads into a lot of things when we talk about with the overarching goal of the business to build affordable housing, identifying those places on the value chain where we can add value and generate revenue, we can add more value. So it's very, very cool to see it all come together, and I'm excited about the impact that we're going to be able to make and money. My final video journal. I told you it was going to be big. It was really big. So the total process has been amazing, and Dr. Ford has put together a system, an environment where preparation meets opportunity, and that means money. And I am proof of that money. We've gone through the process to really identify target markets, leverage opportunities, going through that value chain and seeing opportunities that were there that I was missing, and being able to articulate that to potential investors and potential partners is priceless. This has been awesome. I've learned a lot, met some cool people, and we're going to make a lot of money. Very, very cool. We have a partnership with Ecotech Visions, the Ecotech Visions Foundation specifically, to build affordable homes in Miami Gardens. So, and that is as a direct result. That is a direct result from the Mission to Market program. We're in talks with some other municipalities and CRAs to possibly do some things with them. We have some investors lined up. It has been an amazing experience. The Mission to Market program took me from idea to money in 11 weeks.